Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and in this video we are looking at the node with the nicest paint in the world, the Netron EN4, and we're going to show you how to set it up. We've already reviewed this node. It's a great node, and today we're showing you the setup via the LCD. Now if you want to set it up via the computer, hey, check out our setup guide for the EP4, which is identical on the inside, just doesn't have the screen, so we show you how to do that via the computer. First things first, I'm plugging it in PoE on the back. There is a jack for PoE. Turn that around for you. That one will power via PoE, that one will not. We plug it in and we're going to see it boots up real fast. Okay, that's one of the things we love about these. I'm actually going to take my EP2 just as a stand. Okay, perfect. So now here we are, we've got the LCD. A couple quick things before we really get into it. I am famous, and people point this out all the time, that in my initial reviews of the EN4 and similar nodes, I thought the PoE was a PoE out because I've never seen a device that weighs this much, and I know that literally makes no logical sense, that was powered by PoE, by power over Ethernet. Guess what this one is? It's not a PoE out, it is PoE. PoE can't chain through. That's not possible engineering wise because this is a network switch, so basically it would have to power the network switch by PoE and then push out enough power to power more nodes, and then the issue there would be people would try to chain a ton of nodes together. You wouldn't have enough PoE power on the port from your switch or router. It's just a bad idea. Okay, so I apologize for that in the past because that comes up from time to time. Setup, boom. We've got our LCD here, and the setup on these guys is so stinking easy. Okay, so first things first is we have, if we click into the menu, we have presets. Presets are the bomb on Netron nodes because you have Netron presets and user presets. Your Netron presets, we have both ArtNet and SACN via a variety of IP address types, including DHCP if you want to use that. You can even just have it set up as a DMX splitter, which I love, number 14. Activating a preset is really just as simple as choosing that preset. So let's say we do SACN DHCP. Okay, boom. Now it sort of reboots. After a second, we see the IP address right here on the screen. And then if I go into it here, into the settings, I will see, if I go into my DMX ports, that port 1 is set to output DMX Universe 1, 2, port 3, port 4. Okay, in any of these, there are settings. You can have some of the ports be ArtNet, some be SACN. That's totally allowable. Okay, it's going to give you the option to slow or speed up the DMX frame rate, turn off RDM, and then there's merging. So merging in these nodes, particularly in all of the Netron nodes except the EP2, is really powerful. This allows you to do really creative and interesting problem-solving type things with guest LD consoles, with house light systems, all sorts of things like that. Okay, let me walk you through the basics. So when you do set up a merge, okay, it can be highest takes precedence, HTP. That means the highest value for any channel wins. Latest takes precedence, LTP. That means the most recent change wins. Be careful with that because LTP merging can cause weird flickers and stuff. Toggle and backup, okay? And toggle being that it switches between the two consoles, where basically you go ahead and I'd actually have to look in the manual to say what that is because I honestly never use it. And then backup, okay? With any of the merge options, if I go in, say like backup, I like backup a lot because backup essentially gives you a priority, right? You say this console's priority and this one's your backup, so that whenever the priority console's on, whether that be, you know, your actual console or your console versus a guest console, your console versus a house light system, whatever, it just allows one to always be the winner if it's on, right? And so you turn that on and you have some settings. So basically within your ArtNet or SACN universes, you set up a merge universe and the universe of the port. So this port is outputting universe 4. That's going to be your primary console. Okay. Universe 10 is your backup universe. Okay. So if you have a guest LD, you have somebody else coming in, hey, you tell them, send universe 10. You have a house light system, put that on universe 10. And just kind of a technical note here. If you are setting this up in a way where you have guest LDs coming in, I would set your consoles to the higher universes if you can. Leave theirs for the lower universes. That way, if they come in with some sort of console or software that is only licensed like Onyx in the Nova versions for like universe 1 to 4, then they can output that universe. You can do universe 10. Everybody's good. So that would essentially flip the configuration. Okay, so that's the basic on the merging. The user presets are great, just to walk you through those, because we were starting on presets. Because you can set the node up, you set all the ports, set everything up as you want, okay? Go to the preset, hit save preset. Preset saved, done. You can load, you can name it, okay? And so these are so stinking helpful, because say you're in a production company or in-house AV or, you know, local production or touring, whatever. And sometimes you use this node with one particular console, one particular IP address range. You know, that's how we set this up. You can save that preset, call it console A, boom. When this goes out with that console, the guy in the shop can literally load it up, click it in, send it out so it's all preset ready to go, or the people on site can do it. But it's easy. The configuration takes 2 seconds. Then you can have another one, say, hey, console B, you know, it likes to be, or setup B, we have a router in the system, we want to run it DHCP, whatever. You know, or maybe we run it with a PC, running Onyx, and we run it on a system that has a router, so we run it DHCP, boom, preset B, done. You can load those, it's easy, it's simple, it's quick. Okay, what else is in this thing? I don't know. So there are also the remote inputs, which actually allow you to get, basically, you're taking data from SACN, a individual channel, and you can fire internal queues that you saved. So these internal queues, if you go to queues, are in here. You have run, save, rename, and a link. Okay, so this allows you to actually save, take whatever's data's coming through the node, save it as a queue, then unplug the console completely, and set this up to just be fired by a basic DMX command. Okay, so that might seem kind of out there. Let me walk you through an example of something that can really work well in this situation. Say, for example, I'm running one of these B Station 2s from Visual Productions. I've got this mounted to a piece of wood here because we use them for trade shows, okay? These are awesome little controllers that can send out OSC, ArtNet, UDP, all sorts of different signals to all sorts of different devices, okay? You could put one of these in a venue with a Netron node. Again, anything that's like EN4, EP4, or above, okay? You could set these buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you were just going simple, to send out on, say, universe, I just choose like a higher universe, honestly, universe 99, DMX channel 1 at full, 2 at full, 3 at full, 4 at full, 5 at full, 6 at full, okay? That could then fire 6 different queues that fire the 4 universes of data that you stored into this EN4. Okay, so now for a simple venue with basic day-to-day needs, you could actually go ahead and just fire all the queues you need. And the B stations, I've done a number of videos on them. We'll link to them. They're really powerful because you can actually have, like, what if I click it twice? I go to a second queue. What if I hold it? Like, there are a lot of options to do multifunctional things. Sometimes with permanent installations, it just makes sense to have it be simple. Hit the button, get one thing, but sometimes you want more complicated things. But that's a really cool use case because the DMX programming inside the B stations is a little limited. It doesn't have the memory, doesn't have the processing to do a full DMX store, but the EN4 does. And so you can actually fire that, have this button station fire cues in this EN4 to be able to get a number of different looks. And maybe if you're in a restaurant or something like that, that's going to be all you need day to day. But then you bring in a band, you've got somebody running audio, they can have a lighting console and actually trigger stuff. So that's where the cues, again, can be really powerful. You can essentially do, with other devices, some house light control and stuff like that, all without getting into an architectural lighting system and all that jazz where it starts to get more complicated. Okay, what else is in here? I know I've kind of come off base here. I think we've hit most of the major things that people use. View and test allows you to see your incoming data. And then there's system and information, just different utilities and things you can look at there. On the screen, you will see your 4 ports. You will see if a queue is running. You will see what universe they're assigned to. You'll see your IP address, and it's going to show you IP A and B. So IPA, no, not Indian Pale Ale, but what that actually means is that's your main and your merge. Those are your 2 IP addresses there that it's looking for signal from. In this case, there's only signal coming from one place in my office right now, so that's what it's got. But you would see both there if they did exist. So that's the Netron EN4. Sure, you can go through all the features, and there's a lot in these things. That's all in the user manual, but we've hit the major things that most people are going to use. It's an awesome node with a great feature set, and if you need one, hey, we stock them at Learn Stage Lighting Gear. We've got them, and we love to help. So if you have any questions, just go to LearnStageLightingGear.com, click the contact page, let us know your questions so that we can properly quote these out to you, answer any questions you have, and then be able to match you with the perfect product for your needs. And whenever somebody matches you with the perfect product, like myself and the other gear experts do, guess what? You save money because you bought the right thing the first time. If that resonates with you, head over to Learn Stage Lighting Gear. We would love to serve you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.